scared me. Oh. Is that to protect me from the rain? Perfect. I'm just sitting here clearing my head. I am trying to write some words for a wedding ceremony tomorrow. Between Helana and Sten.
You didn't have to clarify.
I was just saying.
I'm sure it will be beautiful, and you will do a great job.
I've never done it before, so I guess we will see.
The old Gita I used to know would probably run away scared. She wouldn't even look back. A wedding ceremony. That sounds stressful. A challenge greater than any fight.
Mm-hmm.
It will be a good practice for your own wedding.
Maybe.
What do you mean, maybe?
It just, I don't know what my wedding will be like, I suppose, so. I don't know if I want the whole village there. Maybe it will just be something quiet. With everything that's been happening, almost nobody knows anyway, so.
How come? You usually share everything with your sister.
My sister knows. And a couple of others, but not many.
How does Magnus feel about that?
Well, he hasn't had a chance to tell his own brother yet because he hasn't seen him, so. I thought he might want to do that before it spreads too far around.
Interesting start.
Well, we have had quite a few things happen in the last few days, so.
Indeed. Grimnir. Loki. It's a shame.
They were good people. It is. They They were both very good warriors, and they didn't deserve to go out how they did.
Why?
But, well,
Why do you think they deserved something more?
both of them helped me quite a lot. Helped me learn things about myself and helped me when I was confused. They seemed like they would do anything for anybody. I just feel like they deserved more than a whole bunch of Britons gathering around them, giving them no choice for their freedom.
I gave Grimnir a task. He was supposed to protect you. And in exchange, I gave him the name of the one who killed his sister, so that he could help her get out of Helmheim and help her get to Valhalla. We made a deal. And instead of doing what he was supposed to do, he threw his life away. Just so he could get into Valhalla on his own. With his lovely wife, who followed him there like a stubborn, obedient dog. This is exactly what we've been talking about, Gita. This is exactly why I chose you, because you are different. You're not like them. You are a rare breed among these Vikings. Yet, instead of condemning them, you admire them.
I do feel like it was silly what they did. They went out knowing the risks. They put themselves on the line for no apparent reason other than their own selfishness. I understand that.
This is exactly what following Odin does to you. It robs you of common sense. And it leaves you with nothing but blindness. They were pawns, simple tools of destruction. Nothing else. They had no vision, no plan. Just a singular, overriding purpose. Kill as many people along the way and get to Valhalla. And yes, they might have developed friendships. They cared about you. But I needed Grimnir's help. Tora was a good follower of mine, and he was the only one who could help her. Now, she'll never go to Valhalla because of him. Pride is dangerous. Just like arrogance.
Arrogance just leads to stupid choices.
It's my fault. I should have seen this coming. I should have been more firm with my lessons. Have you noticed how quickly things went back to normal? You have new leadership.
Mm-hmm.
The cycle begins again.
Mm. And yet, nothing's really changed. It's all
Exactly.
just the same thing over again. And I think a lot of people are fed up with it. They don't want to battle. They don't want to go out there and just recklessly die. But they still want to fight.
You are the only one, Kira, who can break the cycle.
But how? They won't listen.
They will, but it's going to be too late.
That's what I'm worried about. While we sit around and feast, and they talk about strategies and things that need to be done, and weddings, and nothing is actually happening. They all walk around like, I don't know, they walk around in circles all day.
Like a bunch of sheep
Nothing's.
without a herder.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting that you mentioned weddings. Yet, you jumped on that opportunity without hesitation.
Mm-mm. Wait, my opportunity or the opportunity to help at a wedding?
Both.
Well, I got asked to do this for Halana. Alana and Sten are quite good friends of mine. I've come to know them quite well.
You,
So,
you said no to a god before, yet you were unable to say no to Stan and Alana.
well, I didn't want to say no, I suppose.
So you wanted to say no to me. You just do whatever you want.
But I felt like I needed to say no to you. For you to respect me and see me as who I am.
Look at you.
And not how others see me. Everyone else just sees me as the girl who wants to sleep with Loki and have his babies. So,
I never thought my own priestess would try to teach me a lesson.
I, I would assume that that's the lesson you were trying to teach me, is it not?
Yes, indeed.
Mm-hmm. There is a new seer and a new Volva in the village.
Should I pay them a visit?
I think so. They want to make shrines for all the gods so that we follow them all equally. And I think it's a terrible idea that I follow you so diligently.
Now I really want to pay them a visit.
Yes. I thought you would like to know about them. We also have what people think is a very important visitor. King Edgel, the man who sent us here himself. Decided to come and see how things were going.
Nice of him to come.
I think it's a little too late.
Do not worry. His visit means nothing. After all, he wasn't the one who sent you here.
Well, that's true.
He was merely following orders.
Yeah. He told us that he was following orders from Odin himself.
Your warriors are dying. Everyone seems so tense and on edge. Everyone understands that you're here because of Odin. Yet, I am the bad guy.
Mm-hmm. Apparently so.
But you can see through the charade, can't you?
I am starting to. I have never seen the point of all this and why we must fight like this and have people die and seem to not get very far in the end.
Distraction, Gita. Diversion.
What do you mean?
I told you before. I told you what's coming.
Mm.
And I told you are the key.
Yes, but am I the key to starting it or to stopping it?
That is a good question.
You're not going to tell me the answer to that, are you?
Let me ask you this, Gita, and I want you to answer me and be honest. Are you happy?
Okay. Half of me is happy. The other half struggles to find peace with what's happening around her.
Even after I distance myself, even after I ensured the proposal, you're still struggling to find peace and
Well,
be completely happy.
that part, that's the half that I am happy with. Magnus has changed quite a bit. I think him having you initiate the proposal showed him that you thought that was right for me and that you didn't want anything more from me. And he has been quite attentive and just speaking to me in a different manner now. I can't quite explain it, but the half of me that isn't happy is the one that sees her close friends die. The one that sees her friends wrapped on a boat ready to be burnt because they went out, did something stupid, and the people from Camelot came and took their lives. I see us not moving forward. We're supposed to move forward and find farmland and raise families here and be happy. None of that is happening. We're stuck in the same spot we were months ago. The whole point was to make a life here, and I feel like while I have grown in myself, that the village is right back where it started. It's no different than it was when we first got off the boat. So that half of me feels very lost, I suppose.
It was a passionate speech. You should run for Jarl. I would vote for you.
Oh my, who else would vote for me? Nobody would.
My vote counts more than the other ones.
Are you just going to say Gita's the Jarl now and that's it?
Loki had spoketh.
Do you think they'll take that under advisement, or?
No. They would think we slept together. And
Of
you
course.
are expecting my baby.
They already think that. Axel, however, is going around telling people that we're bedroom buddies, so I don't know what they think of that either, but
Axel.
of course they don't ask Axel if he's going to have your babies.
Axel is a desperate broken man.
Yes.
If they listen to him instead of you, then that's a problem.
I know. They are making some terrible decisions. And yet I have no power to talk to them about it. They just want to fight this war and keep building forts and waiting for attacks. What good is that? What good is trying to defend yet another fort that is going to fall? And we may even lose some more warriors in that fort battle.
Pride,
I just...
stubbornness, inability to see the greater picture.
Mm.
Grimnir knew when he saw me. He knew that I'm not here by accident. He knew that the Ragnarok is coming. But he was the only one.
I have told them that bigger things are coming. And soon none of this will matter. They don't listen. I don't know how to show them.
There is a way.
Oh?
But it can no longer be done. I wouldn't let you.
What do you mean?
You've been through enough.
What would I need to do?
No.
I'm not saying I'll do it, but you're not going to tell me because you think I'll do it anyway.
Do you really want to see?
See what?
Do you know what the old woman who claimed to be your mother was looking for?
No.
She was looking for something specific.
Oh,
It was foretold. Long ago. That there would be a child who would one day predict when the Ragnarok comes. You have that power, Gita. You always had it. However, that vision will not come naturally.
I see.
You will only see it after experiencing horrors, pain, and torture. That's the only way to see it. That's why she tried so hard.
I see.
Do you know how she received that information? What made her do all of that?
I don't know.
It was me. I told her about the prophecy. I caused all of this. Your pain.
Did you lead me to get taken from my family? Put out in the woods? Was that you too?
Yes.
I see. Is it because you yourself don't know when it's going to happen? And
Yes.
you need me to tell you?
No. Not anymore.
No? Why not anymore?
You suffered enough.
You put me through a life of suffering, of pain, every day. Took me away from my sister and my family, so that this lady could beat me and hurt me. Try to find out.
She was my priestess.
She was your priestess.
She did what she had to.
Did you cause the fire in our village, causing my sister and I to flee?
Yes.
Then you pushed us into coming here.
Yes.
Then why not just take me now and beat it out of me until you get your answer? I mean, I'll still be alive after, right?
I don't want you to suffer anymore.
But now that you know me a little, now you feel bad for everything that you've done.
Yes.
The great Loki feels bad and guilty for hurting me.
Funny, isn't it? Thinking that after everything I've done, I will be able to make up for it. So
That's what you've
naive.
been trying to do. Make up for it. That's why you're here. Or is this a trick? Oh? But why is it snowing?
You wanted the truth. You wanted to know why I'm here. You wanted to know when the Ragnarok is coming. Now you know.
Mm-hmm. Now I know.
Ignorance is bliss, isn't it?
I feel like I should never be curious of anything again. But I don't hate you for any of it.
Why?
You did what you had to.
I could have stopped it.
What you wanted to know.
It wasn't worth it.
It wasn't? What if I told you that, what if I told you that I knew? Or that I would let you do what you needed to right now to learn when Ragnarok is coming?
No.
It still would not be worth it. What if I just go out and do it on my own and hurt myself?
No.
But I could warn people, let them know to enjoy their days before it happens, right?
It doesn't work like that.
Well, I'm assuming there's nothing I can do to stop it happening.
They're not listening
Going
to
to
you.
happen.
They're not listening to you. No matter what you say, it will fall on deaf ears. They would merely think you're crazy.
I see. So it's not worth it because you think they won't listen and they don't care anyway.
No.
So why hurt myself for them?
It's not worth it because I don't want you to suffer. Not anymore.
I have already suffered my whole life.
I asked you. You were happy. At least
Yes.
lately. A bit.
Mm-hmm.
You can still live your life in happiness and peace. At least what's left of it. You can still help your loved ones. And they can help you.
Mm. But I cannot stop it, right? No matter what I do, it will happen.
Hurt someone. No one can stop Ragnarok. Not even me.
I see. So knowing when it is will only cause panic and mayhem.
Yes. That is the worst part
But you
about
know.
it.
Oh,
I like to be prepared. Or at least I thought I do.
you don't want to be prepared anymore.
I'll find a way. I always do.
Mm. Maybe sailing away from here isn't such a bad idea after all.
And what would it change?
Nothing, but I could live out my days happy, right? You said I should be more selfish. Why? Why should I stay and help everybody here? What is the reason?
You're right. That's exactly what you should do.
Be selfish.
Yes.
What about my sister? She won't leave you.
Your sister will understand.
Mm, maybe. I feel like she's learning some things on her own right now. Things she should have learned quite some time ago.
That's what happens when Loki enters your village. Chaos. And a lot of learning.
You know, it's quite funny. Well, I guess it's not funny, but I was talking to a friend of mine who lives along the river. His name is Owen. He is a water creature who does a lot of healing. I think he said he was a type of water dragon or something like that. I was talking to him and one other about you the other day, about how I've seen you and how you usually appear to most people in the form of an older woman who laughs a lot and likes to play tricks. And we got talking, and he said, what if Loki was the old woman that brought you up? What if he was the one that did all that to you? And I was like, that can't be possible. Of course it wouldn't be him. But you weren't the old woman. You were just in charge of her and in control. Right? What did you threaten her with to do that? Anything? Or what did you promise her for doing her job?
I didn't need to threaten you with anything, and I didn't need to promise you anything. Yet you did everything for me.
I didn't have to hurt anybody. Take an innocent child from their home. What you asked her to do was quite a lot different than what you asked of me. You wanted me to build you a shrine, get people talking about you, have fun, and think about myself for a change. Nothing you have done to me here while I've seen you has been bad. I don't think.
Then you are blind, Ida, just like the rest of them. I was playing with you this entire time. I was
Yes.
relying on your jealous boyfriend. I was making him more jealous.
Mm-hmm.
I was fueling the fire, then you were helping me. I made you sacrifice your own pet. I willingly put you at risk with Odin. I turned you into a blind and fanatic worshipper of a single god, amongst many. I convinced you to share my teachings with others, to justify my actions. I caused all these rumors.
Still, I don't feel like any of that is quite on the same page as asking someone to take a baby and hurt them, hurt a child, try to beat a vision out of her.
The situation was different back then. I did what I had to.
Mm-hmm. Knew what I was getting myself in for talking to you.
Yes,
Everybody told me what you would do to me,
and they were right.
but I was curious.
As I knew you would be.
Well, it seems like you know a lot about me. You have been watching me for a very long time.
I told you. But you didn't want to believe.
I asked you for how long. You wouldn't tell me.
I did now.
Mm-hmm. Why, though, would you want to try to make me happy? Why does it matter? You could have never appeared in front of me and I would have never known. I would have never known any of this. Was it just to clear your conscience?
No.
Or did you come here thinking that you would try to get the vision out of me?
No.
And then you changed your mind? No?
I realized that before you can finally be happy, truly happy, you need to learn the truth. That none of it was your fault. Not even the old woman you were blaming for your entire life was at fault. It was all me. Terrible things happen to good people all the time, Gita. Sometimes there is no explanation for it. It just happens. What matters is how you handle it.
Mm-hmm.
And you handled it quite well. Look at you. You're strong, independent, wise.
I don't know how to handle any of this.
There is no way to handle such a faith with grace. You survived. And you continued. That's all that matters.
Yes, but I can never tell Magnus and Ursa this.
Why?
They will be angry.
No, they would be supportive. And they would be angry at me.
Yes, they would be angry at you.
They already are. It would change nothing. It would only solidify their beliefs. What's already there would only be more fueled than ever before. Their faith in Odin and Thor. Their trust in their disbelief of anything good I've ever done.
But you came here to do a good thing.
Ends don't justify the means, at least not always.
I feel like it's what I've been telling everybody when I try to explain things about you. You always seem to start out doing something awful. And then in the end, you always seem to fix the problem one way or another. You resolve it or do what you must. Do you not?
That is who I am.
It's funny because Magnus said the same thing to me. He was explaining to his friend how to make a woman happy. You know what he said? He said you treat them badly 80% of the time. And then you give them this 20% of amazingness and love and hope, and then they forgive you for the rest of the badness.